The U.S. men's national team has advanced to the Gold Cup semifinals after beating Canada yesterday on penalty kicks. And overall, what I thought was a pretty sloppy game, not too many encouraging performances. But as you can see, based on the title, I want to do my player ratings and takeaways from this game. But before we do, make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel. It helps other people find us. Also, follow us on the socials as well. I'm about to show in a second, but let's go. Alright, and moving on to the defenders, we had Dewan Jones at left back, Jalen Neal and Miles Robinson as the center back pairing with Brian Reynolds on the right. Overall, I thought most of the performances are pretty average or subpar. I think Dewan Jones was the best out of the group. He obviously had the great assist on that first goal to Brandon Vasquez, a great outswinging ball into his path from about 35 yards. I mean, that was incredible. That almost changed the whole game. But other than that, I thought he had a pretty mixed bag of performance. You know, there was some loose touches, poor passes. But there was moments where he would get on the ball and he would advance it forward instead of playing the back. Like, he just looked like he wanted to do something. And he did have a nice few entry balls as well, so I gave him a 7.5. I thought he was pretty good, and his stock has definitely gone up this Gold Cup. Jalen Neal, Miles Robinson, for me, were both kind of subpar. Neal was fine. He did have a few bad giveaways that made his rating drop. I think, though, he had 1 or 2 good balls in the midfield. But he's young. He's going to make those mistakes. It's going to happen, but I still think he should be the starter moving forward. Miles Robinson, he was all right, but the thing that maybe want to give him a 5 was he gave away 2 penalties that at his age, his experience, you cannot be doing at this level. I mean, he would just, throw his arm out and boom, like one really almost close call on one, made us go to extra time. So I was not really too impressed with Miles Robinson, but he should still be the starter, and hopefully can have a bounce back game from that game on Sunday. Brian Reynolds, average, nothing great. Few missed passes, few sloppy touches. Didn't look as quick, looked a little sluggish compared to the other games I've seen him play against Trinidad and St. Kitts. But he should still be the starter moving forward. He did play 113 minutes, so I think you got to take into consideration that moving into the semifinal match. But I need to see more from Brian Reynolds. So not the greatest showcase from the defenders in this game. All right, in midfield we have Gianluca Buzio, James Sands, and Georgi Mihailovic. I gave James Sands and Gianluca Buzio 7s and Georgi Mihailovic a 5. For me, James Sands has been pretty good this entire tournament. Calm on the ball, wins those tackles, breaks up things. He's kind of been that anchor in front of the back line. He's been pretty good this entire tournament. Was great again yesterday. Made a case for man of the match in my opinion. Gianluca Buzio, I wasn't super high on him. I think he had a pretty bad first half. A lot of giveaways, a lot of poor touches, killed off some sequences. Same in the second half, but I think in extra time he was pretty good. And as the game went on, I think he grew into the game for sure. And I just really appreciated his hustle, the way he was willing to get stuck in a lot of tackles, just continue to run for the full 120 minutes. So I think Gianluca Buzio, just the fact that he grinded that game out, grew into the game. I'd give him a 7. I was happy with him by the end of the game, but he definitely needs to improve some things going into the semifinal match. And Georgi Mihailovic for me was a disappointment. Not very good on the ball, a few giveaways, just wasn't really connecting with Jesus Ferreira too well. I'm kind of iffy on if I start him in the semifinal, but we will see. It's between him and Jesus Ferreira for me at that 10 spot. But overall, this midfield, they kind of grinded out throughout the whole game. It was kind of tough to break down that Canada team, so I guess decent for them. And forwards, where do I start? It's just, man, the forwards this entire tournament has just been it's been killing me, man. Julian Gressel got the start on the right wing. Wasn't good, I'm sorry. Just not a very good presser. Decent delivery, but slow on the ball. Just he's not really a winger, so I don't know why it would make sense for you to start him as a winger in a knockout game when he's never played a winger in his whole career. He's more of an outside back, wing back, wide midfield. He's not really a winger. He's not really a guy who's going to be too much involved in the sequences and making those runs. He just wasn't very good. Jesus Ferreira was fine. Had a few nice plays, just wasn't really involved. Wasn't getting the touches he needed to in good areas. Just didn't really have an impact in the game yesterday. And Alex Dejas again, completely disappointing me this entire tournament. Slow on the ball, just doesn't seem to have a lot of end product. I've just been really disappointed with the wingers, and especially Dejas. I expected more out of him, but we will see who starts on the wing on Wednesday against Panama. So again, not too happy with the forwards this game. And lastly, taking a look at the subs, and all these, I thought for the most part were pretty underwhelming. Matt Miazga came in for Jalen Neal. I don't know why Jalen Neal needed to come off. He was still fine. He had 1 or 2 bad giveaways, but this is a 19-year-old kid. What do you expect? He's holding his own. I didn't see the need to bring Miazga in, but he was at fault for the second goal. And Schaufelberg just, hesitated him, and then he just, didn't face the right way, and he scored. So I was not happy with that. Cade Cowell came in for Alex Dejas around the 65-minute mark. Just really a lot of poor decision making. Just when he gets in that final third, it's just I feel like he rushes things too much. It's just just haven't really been impressed with him at all this entire tournament, man. He's quick, got the athleticism, but just doesn't have any, I think, cohesion in the final third. Aaron Long came in for extra time. Didn't make any mistakes, did his job, whatever. Brendan Vasquez came in, got the late goal, almost won us 1-0. He was active, held the ball up, got into the box. Didn't have some great touch at times, but I thought he was upgraded at the striker position, especially when they were bunkering and we were trying to break through. I want Brendan Vasquez to start Wednesday against Panama. Jordan Morris came in for 30 minutes. Didn't get on the ball much, lost it once or twice. About what I expected. So for me, the subs haven't done much impact in this entire tournament, but we'll see what it's like moving forward on Wednesday. Alright, that's going to wrap it up for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Overall, yesterday was pretty poor. I think considering the two squads that matched up, the U.S. should have been able to win that game by multiple goals. But at the end of the day, we won, we advanced. That's all I can take away. Panama is a well-coached team. They're well-organized, and they have some good players, so we got to be careful. But I think if we live up to our potential, we can definitely win that game. So make sure to comments down below. Tell me your thoughts on this game and what you didn't like. I think, again, Wednesday, just got to look forward to and just got to be able to win and move on to the finals. So that's going to wrap it up for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.